think about visual art journals, paintings, assemblages and more? If you like it like I do, then you are right here. Hi, I'm Bea Grob and I love to inspire you.
Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you joined me today for another flip through the journal I made for Lena. I'm gonna send that to Lena and pretty soon we're gonna work in our new journal. She's making one for me too, so we go on with our monthly, every third Friday video collaboration where we work in the journal that we became from each other. I did start with some cardboard, which is actually from those watercolor pads. They have really heavy, sturdy cardboard backs, and I did use that for the cover, the front and the back cover. I did use the kettle stitch with some ribbons. I wanted to try out if I can do it also with those small ribbons. And usually you hide those ends in between the books, but I decided I'm gonna go out again with that and use it. I love dangles, so that I made some dangles. I don't know whether you can see it. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, that's how I did bind it. It is a single sheet kettle stitch binding. Now there are other names out there for the kettle stitch. I just don't remember at the moment. Anyway, I did paint first with some sky blue paint the cardboard, which was a usual craft colored brownish color, and then I added some of my digitals, some tape I made with alcohol ink on top, and I have used them in those three corners. This is an old lace I have since I don't know how long, just was in my stash. I made a circle from corrugated cardboard and did peel off the cover layers to reveal the corrugation. That's also one of, I think it is in one of my printables. It's an old piece, a vintage piece, which I have, and I took photos. Now here I made a little bit of a belly band with some of my faces. I mean the craft colored cardstock, then a little piece of fabric, and then just printed on an ordinary printed one of my faces, which I did quite a while ago. And here I have a whole bunch of things she can use either in this journal or somewhere else. That's on some plastic paper like the Nara or the Yupa paper. I did use alcohol ink, and then I did stamp, and I also used some foil. Those pieces of watercolor paper I did try out coloring in with alcohol, those papers, and they have a very distinctive front side and back side. So the color went actually through, so but on the front side you have more stronger colors than they don't smell no longer from alcohol, but for a while they was really, well, very heavily smelling from alcohol. That is just from some leftovers. I made sort of a tag that goes in here, and I made this tag so that it peeks out. I like things when they peek out and on the top and on the sides. That's a little bit of a tissue paper, and I have a bag here with some goodies for her. There are some original of those cabinet cards, and I think there is also one, a fake one. Oh, here it is. So yeah, that's actually a copy from one of my cabinet cards I have. That's printed on some fabric and then just sewed on to the page. I did sew around the page, every second page. Some pieces I did some jelly prints, The pages are not all the same length. I just did use up things I had laying around. So she has basically usually one empty page and one colorful page. And with the thinner paper, I actually did use a little bit of faux washi tape to enforce a little bit the holes for the binding. This is some of the jelly prints I did recently, where I was experimenting what sort of patchwork I made with I think this is stamps, and those are actually embossing folders, sorry. Just some painted papers. That's a jelly print with one of my stencils. That might be a roll-off paper. Again, I was experimenting with tissue paper to get these structures here. And yeah, just mostly jelly prints. This was actually a background. I don't know, recently I was talking about if I start an artwork and I have a really big gap between I get to the artwork again, I start usually doing backgrounds, then I lose interest in it, and that's what this was. It was the start of an artwork I wanted to do. Probably wanted to sketch in a face, I don't remember. I lost interest, and I just decided, okay, I'm gonna turn that into pages. Some of the cleanup jelly prints. Here I was playing again with my stencils. Again, those are my stencils. Those are my stencils too. I tend to use just my stencils and my stamps nowadays. There are some stamps and some stencils I still use, but most of the time I use my own thing. And here I have a whole bag of goodies. I even don't remember what I put in. Yeah. She has, again, some stuff she can use in this project or in another project. Yeah, just for her to enjoy. And the bag, I did play a little bit with the collage, and there is a tuck spot for another sort of a tag. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking clearly at that moment. I could have made that in a pocket too, but I did glue it shut down, so no way how I can do it. And I don't know whether you can see it, but this image is actually printed on some acetate. It is loose. I just did staple it. So, and that's again one of my stamps, one of my jelly prints I was experimenting with the embossing folders. That's about it. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, it is a time lapse. And I don't show the whole process step by step. I just picked out some key moments how I did this journal. If there are any questions, as always, just leave them down below in the comments, and I try my best to answer the questions. Now take care. Bye.